Welcome back to this already, the final segment of The Price of Business. I am your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. And I tell you right now, very important, one of the things that I consider a great indicator of what's happening in the economy is the real estate arena. And so we've got Shannon Register with RREA Realtors. They're RREA.com here. And she's also a contributor over at USDailyReview.com. I've been coveting homes that you've been showcasing over there.
We have some great ones.
Yes, you've got some, and I've seen what's coming up as well. Really amazing homes that are there, and really excited about that prestige property work you're doing over there. But you want to talk about a couple of programs that people may not be aware of, but certainly would have relevance and importance to them.
Right.
Tell us what you got.
Well, you know, up until this point, most of what people know to be 100% financing loans are VA loans.
That's right.
You know, a lot of the military take advantage of those loans. But now I want to bring to light another loan. It's the USDA loan.
Yeah.
That is 100% financing. You put absolutely zero down. You do have to qualify. That the property actually has to qualify, but you'd be amazed at how many areas around here do qualify.
Interesting.
Not inside the loop, but once you get outside the loop, there are a lot of places that you wouldn't think of as being rural that do qualify for the USDA
So there
loans.
has to be a certain amount of acreage involved?
Nope, it doesn't have. It can even be new construction. It doesn't have to have acreage. It just has to fall within the guidelines, within the map. They actually have a map online. So let's say, for example, someone is looking at buying a house and they want to know if it will qualify for a USDA loan. They can email me, s@rrea.com. I can send them the website. They can go to it because it's a really long, lengthy website address. But they can go there and look up that address and see if the house will qualify for it. A lot of homes that you wouldn't think would qualify for it do. And it's a great program. You put zero down, and it's only for the reason for the loan. The reason why it came about is because they were trying to build up, you know, kind of unpopulated areas, make them more appealing to buyers. And it's a great program that people can take advantage of.
That's interesting. Interesting. All right, talk about what's the requirements.
Okay. The loan limit's $250,000, which you know you can buy a great home for $250,000 in the Houston market.
Right.
So, and like I said, it can be a brand new construction home. It cannot be a manufactured home. So they do have that stipulation. It has to fall within the geographic location that it.
Define the different. A manufactured home. You mean like a mobile home? Or?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. This has to do with my upbringing. I never heard it put in that terminology. So
well, a lot of mobile homes nowadays are built. With decks attached. I mean, they actually
look like real houses.
They really do.
Yeah.
They really do. And so but they will not finance those.
Okay.
It has to
Good
be
to know.
Like on a slab. There is an income requirement of $74,900. So most homes would qualify for that. Most couples would qualify for that. It doesn't have to be per individual. It's a household income.
Oh,
so even if you have, like, you know, your elderly parents living with you, you can count their Social Security in that, which is really nice.
Yeah. Or you might go find people that you can have.
It does take a little bit longer to close on these loans just because it has to go through two different underwriting processes. You've got to go through your local lender, plus you have to go through the USDA underwriting.
So it goes through two forms of underwriting.
Yes, right. So it does take a little bit longer. It may take you 45 days to close it versus a regular 30-day loan. But for most people, that's not going to be a big problem. You do have to have a credit score of 640.
Interesting.
Yeah, which, I mean, if you know a lot about credit, that's not a high standard.
Not that daunting. I mean, it was pretty standard a few years ago.
I mean, you don't want to
change it a little bit, but it's not that much.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to have a foreclosure on your credit, you know, or a recent chapter. But other than that, I mean, you're you know, most people could get up to 600 credit.
Sure, absolutely.
Score, so.
That's cool.
Yeah. So I'm really excited about that.
Mortgage.
It is. There's no PMI, no mortgage insurance. They just charge you a funding fee, just like VA does, and they roll that right into the loan.
Wow.
So,
how long has this been around?
I'm not sure how long the program's been around, but the reason it's really come to light recently is because so many people are having problems getting loans, and there's so many foreclosures out there that would fall into this amount, and so a lot of people are taking advantage of it at this point.
Interesting.
So,
yeah. There's a lot of you can buy a lot of house with $250K in Houston area.
Absolutely, that's right.
House.
You can get a great home, and then also wanted to mention.
I do have one question. Want to ask real quick. Does it work for refinancing or for just for new homes?
It's a purchase loan, and I don't believe you can do refi, but we could check on that for sure.
Be a good thing to check. All right, what else you got?
Also, the international listings in HAR. I don't know if a lot of your listeners know that you can find.
Association of Realtors. Yeah.
Right, you can go on har.com and find international listings. A lot of people want to buy a second property, in other countries. A lot of Mexico listings, things that are relatively close that you can get to, short flight, or drive to, and so a lot of properties available. And I just want to make people aware of that. They call it Area 82 in HAR, but you can get to it from the consumer side and view those listings.
You'll find homes there,
yes.
not aliens.
Right.
Right, yeah. I'm sorry.
Usually homes.
That whole area stuff sounded a little strange. But anyway, it shows me the paranoia that comes out of me. But that's interesting. And so they can even they can help facilitate something that you would think would be rather convoluted right here very close to home.
Right, exactly.
That's cool.
And if you live here, or if you move here and you've got a home for sale in Mexico, you can list it. You can list it through HAR, which is great as well.
Very cool.
Very good. And we have a couple of loan programs that I wanted to tell you about for people from out of the country as well. Well, some people come here and work. A lot of families will come here and live and work, and they don't have a Social Security number. But they can get an I-10 number and still be able to purchase homes.
Right.
So that's a great program for people to know about. And then the foreign borrower loan is really nice because you can buy a second home in the U.S. Like if you live and work in Canada, you can buy a second home here in the U.S. and use the foreign borrower loan.
Very good, very good.
So a lot of great programs out there. You definitely want to talk to your lender if you're considering
Why
purchasing.
would you? What makes you think these are coming to the surface in terms of awareness? It seems like, is it, because I wouldn't be surprised if that USDA loan has actually been around for quite a while,
right.
But for some reason people just weren't aware of it. Is it because of social networking? What are things driving this? How did you find out about them?
Well, the thing is, with all the foreclosures, 20% of what's on the market right now is a foreclosure property.
It's amazing. And
we've got a lot of people who are having trouble qualifying for loans, and so we're seeing a lot of alternate loan programs come to light. Lenders, just because of the tight lending, we're looking at some new programs, different avenues for funding. So I think we've had different programs kind of come to light because of the foreclosure crisis that we went through a year ago. And it's nice that, a lot of people don't have a lot of money to put down on their first home, so this will be a great loan for them.
Fantastic. All right. And again, your contact information.
Well, they can email me at s@rrea.com to get that website to see which homes qualify for USDA.
That's s@rrea.com.
That's right, and you can always find us online.
You're the easiest email that I ever sent. What is her email address? It's easy.
It's easy. You can always find me online at rrea.com or see all of our videos at rrea.tv. We have lots of listing videos. We have some great properties listed right now. You can also call our office to talk to an agent at 281-288-3500.
All right. Great information. Make sure you do that. Also, make sure you have a great rest of your evening right here on The Price of Business.